Hi, Facebook friends. So today, I had a lot of fun when I did the Q&A, the live Q&A the other day. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do another one because I had a lot of fun. But I'll actually make it be about something. I'm not just going to randomly sit here, but while I'm, see, like my husband is watching me from the other room. Love you. So before I get into what is Naughty Bingo, because I am going to talk about that, Krista, I'm so glad you're here. Um, I have a quick cat story. So earlier today, our new cat Yo-Yo, you may see Yo-Yo, he's Facebook famous. He's famous on my Facebook. Yo-Yo, our white smushy face cat, our flame point Himalayan, he likes to be underneath the covers in the bed, and so Paul and I were just sitting there, and the cat was under the covers. Neither of us were. Oh, hey, it's my other cat. She knows I was talking about him. Say hi. It's Titty. Alright, but I'm really gonna, yeah, come down here. Okay, so Yo-Yo is under the covers, right? Oh, okay, go up there. And Sophia comes in, and she's like, I'm gonna jump over Yo-Yo. She knows he's under the covers, and we're like, no, don't jump over. Yes. Sorry, this is my David Bowie t-shirt before I finish my cat t-shirt. This was in a, oh my god, I can't think of the name. It's a subscription box. I can't for the life of me think of the name of it. But it came in a subscription box. It's like the most majestic t-shirt. Anyway. So Sophia's like, I'm going to jump over the cat while it's under the covers. And we're like, no, Sophie, don't do that. Yelling at her. Okay, so then she's out of the room. I'm not even thinking. And I go to sit right next to Paul, and I like sat on the cat who was still underneath the covers. So I sat on my cat today. He's fine, by the way. He was almost immediately purring afterwards, so there's nothing wrong with him. But I sat on my cat. So the actual point, or one of the big things I want to talk about, was what is Naughty Bingo? I did my first Naughty Bingo in like a lounge last night, and it was really great. It was at Starlight Gallery, Bar and Gallery in Southbridge, which is a really cool little place. It was fantastic. I'm laughing at Krista and my cat story. So Starlight's awesome. They have open mic nights there. They have a bar. I think I mentioned that, but it's pretty important. They do movie screenings there. Check out their Facebook page. They're awesome. As I was inviting people leading up to the event, one of my coworkers in the bakery actually, she was like, so what makes it naughty? And then I had some people who came in last night and they were like, I've never done this before. And I was like, oh, of course. I also had some people who like came in with daubers in hand and they were like ready to go. So it was great to have a mix of people. What makes Naughty Bingo naughty? So first of all, a bingo and Athena's bingo is like an Athena's party. Each goddess or Adonis can do it any way that they want to, so my bingo might not be exactly like someone else's bingo that you've been to in the past. At my bingo, I do $20 for 10 games, and there's 3 cards for each game. So what that means is you pay $20 and you get one of these. This is a book of cards. Book of cards. So there's 10 pages here, and there's 3 cards per game. So for each game, you have to check all 3 cards, but it's not as bad as it sounds. The first time I did it, I was like, I'm not going to be able to do this. I made it. I won stuff. It was fine. It all worked out. So in the past, at any of my bingos, I haven't been fancy. I just had markers. I will have daubers for sale at my next bingo for $2. So that's how the games work. And all the prizes are Athena's products, valued at least $20 a piece. It could be a spa product. It could be a toy. But what makes the bingo itself naughty, first of all, sometimes we make fun shapes, right? So here's my chart. I blocked out one of them because I think this is kind of safe enough, right? So anyway, so we make all kinds of fun shapes. Like, look, it's a booby. Just different kind of stuff. Working the corners. Okay, so sometimes we make naughty shapes on our bingo cards. In the event of a tie, where two people get bingo in the same game, I like to do it the Athena's way. I like to hold an orgasm off. And that means that the multiple, two or more people who won have to fake an orgasm. And the person that the crowd votes faked the best. Yeah, it's a booby. So the person who fakes the best orgasm, as voted by the audience who is watching and listening to you orgasm off, they win. I don't make anyone do anything, so if you decide that you want to opt out, you can either forfeit the prize to the other person, or you can both work it out, where if it's a prize that has more than one item in it, you can split it. Like I said, I don't make anyone do anything, so I let the winners work it out themselves, but the crowd always loves a good orgasm off, I'm not gonna lie. One more thing that makes it naughty is if you accidentally yell bingo, or if you think you got a bingo, but then we check every game. I check every game. If you didn't really get a bingo, then you get a spanking with the paddle. Now, I mean, this is not very big, okay? It's not an enormous, we have some enormous paddles. This is not one of them. This is actually part of our novel bondage set. I should have brought the set, the whole set with me. It has 7 different pieces to it. It's fantastic. There's no more guaranteed delivery by Valentine's Day anymore, but the set comes with this paddle. It comes with a blindfold, a rope, a collar and a leash, handcuffs, a feather tickler, and then it all comes in a hollowed out book, which is really great. Speaking of which, I just noticed someone that's watching, and it made me think of it. At Starlight, like I said, they do open mic nights. I have to talk to the venue and see how they feel about it. But I like to do a 15 to 20 minute intermission halfway through, so I do 5 games, intermission, 5 more bingo games. I might ask my performer friends if they want to perform, if one person every bingo would like to perform for that 15 to 20 minutes, just acoustic guitar or something really simple. But if you want to showcase yourself, so that I'm floating that idea right now. So I have a couple people in mind that I know I want to ask if they're interested in that. Of course, if you're watching, you are interested, shoot me a message at some point. What else do we do at bingo? At my naughty bingo. Again, everyone's is a little bit different. I know someone who has... Guess who I was thinking of? So, I have a couple other friends that I want to... a couple other people I want to get in touch with, too. So, like I said, I have to clear it with the venue first and talk to them. They were really awesome. I know I said this at the very beginning, but I really... appreciate that Starlight let us do it there. They have the perfect space for what we were doing. They have a projection screen. So as I'm calling bingo, for those of you who were there, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So at Starlight they have a movie projector. So I'm standing at my table in front of this movie screen. And when I got there, it was stuff like beach scenes and deserts and mountains and just kind of random background pictures. And I was like, yeah, sure, keep that on. That's fine. And then 2 or 3 games into it, someone who came with me was like, have you seen what they have on the screen behind you? And I was like, nope. And it was... The moral of my story is that next time I will be preparing a pretty long slideshow of stuff to have playing in the background for your viewing pleasure. It was too funny. It was great. If you are interested in attending, it was... Crystal let the cat out of the bag. I love using that pun with you. Okay, so anyway, yeah, it was pretty much 70s porn. It was unexpected, and funny, and I mean, I guess it was fitting. It was pretty fitting. Um, this is kind of unrelated, but I'm a little bit sad that no one could help me think of the name of the subscription box that this came from. It also came with an oven mitt that you couldn't actually use in the oven in one of the boxes. It was pretty... That was a fail. I mean, thank God we didn't actually try ours. So what else do I do at my naughty bingo? Like I was saying, I know someone who's had drag queens perform at theirs. I know people who have done them for fundraisers or charity events. So everyone does them a little bit differently. You could host a private bingo if you wanted to. I would have talked to you about the details on that though. But at mine, we play the 10 games. We take an intermission. You can do ordering or you can book parties. We also play a couple very special kind of free-to-play games. We played an adult-themed ring toss. I'll put it that way. I like to do a few interactive demos. I love when I ask for volunteers and there's someone in the crowd that just, I'll volunteer. And I'm like, you don't know what I'm doing yet. They're like, I don't care. I'll volunteer. Whatever it is you want to do. I'm like, I like you. So if you've been to my parties, you know the interactive demos that I do. I like to do those at bingo too. Other games that I've done in the middle of my bingos, we had a very special musical chairs. I'm definitely going to do that one again at some point. Vibrators are involved with that very special musical chairs. What else have I done? Oh, the Yodels game. It's basically a pie eating contest. You know, no hands, except it's like a yodel. I'm thinking about doing naughty sculpture contest, because I do that at my parties sometimes. And adult charades. I think once I find the right card to really get adult charades going well, I think that's going to happen. So that's naughty bingo. I love that everyone's been so quiet too. Like, feel free to ask me questions about bingo. That was another thing that we did at bingo. I played a game where if you asked me questions about joining Athena's, you got a adult-themed playing card with a hot guy on it. I have hot girl ones too. I just didn't have that pack open yet. So you get a playing card, and the person with the most playing cards at the end, the prize that during that particular game was a Roar Pheromone clone. So just for letting me talk about joining Athena's for a minute. So I thought that went really well. I'll probably do another one of those or something very similar. So not even, when am I doing the next one? I know that's what you're wondering. So my next bingo is Wednesday, March 1st, and it's at Rapscallion Brewery technically it's in Fiskdale. It's in Sturbridge. Yeah, Fiskdale. Anyway, I have, if you scroll through my timeline, it's in there. I have the link in there. Or you can just search Athena's Naughty Bingo. So I'm doing the one at Rapscallion. That's actually going to be the first Wednesday of every month at Rapscallion. And it's going to be from 7 to 9. Doors will open at 7:15, so you can come in. And at Rapscallion, you cannot bring... can't bring your own beverages. They have all of their own beers on tap. I think it's 12 draft beers that they do. They have wine. They also have seltzer. I do love Athena's, and I miss your face too. But I do. I really love Athena's so much. Someone asked me about training last night. That was one of the questions, and I was like, training is so amazing. So when I originally started Athena's, they didn't have the train at your own pace program. If you don't know what that is quickly, it's you watch a video and then you take a quiz on the video that you just watched. And the videos are anywhere from like 6 to 20 at the longest. There's only a few of those. So 6 to 20 minutes long, and then you watch a quiz on the video, and they take you through sex ed, business practices, and party processing. So like they make sure that you know a lot of stuff. So when I joined, it was only live training. The only option that you had was to go down to Woonsocket to the home office, which is only like an hour from me, so it's really not a big deal. So to go there, train live over a weekend, so they did it Saturday and Sunday. And now you can choose to do it online at your own pace. So when they rolled out the program, I was actually like, oh, I'm going to take the training program. Like I was far enough along where it wasn't a requirement, but I was like, oh, I get to go through sex ed again. Like, refresher. I'm such a nerd. I am a dork. And I do. I love Athena's. I can't help it. Next bingos, so Rapscallion on March 1st, and then I'm going to be back at Starlight. Very excited to be back at Starlight on March 15th. That's also a Wednesday. And I did have a couple people that were like, why do they have to be on Wednesdays? And honestly, there's most of my, don't mind me. It's probably the schooling that we had, like, or something like that. Why Wednesday nights for bingo? So Friday and Saturday nights, right now almost all of them are booked up with parties. All of my Saturday nights through April are booked up with parties. All my Friday nights right now through the middle of March are booked with parties. So eventually I want to get to doing a bingo on a Friday night because I know it's easier for a lot of people, people who work Monday through Friday, to do them on weekend nights. But I also know that there are people like me who work Friday and Saturday nights, you know, whether it's Athena's or whether it's a retail job or whatever, it's still working Friday and Saturday night. So there are people that Wednesday night works for. So March 1st at Rapscallion and March 15th at Starlight again. I'm very excited. Rapscallion 7 to 9, Starlight is 8 to 10. So, and I try to do new demos, different ones. I don't want you guys come and see me do the same thing all the time. That's not fun. No one wants that. So yeah, that's Naughty Bingo. And my cat story about how I sat on my cat. But I don't think I have to tell you that you can message me with questions at this point. I feel like you probably know. Probably. But I welcome questions. I feel like I have the hiccups all of a sudden. So someone just started watching, and I feel like my live streams are not even remotely close to as entertaining as hers are. Of course, she gets, like, guest spots on her live stream sometimes, and we're pretty jealous. You know you are. Yes, my nails match my... oh my god, I bleed purple. So the other day, some of you in Athena's land may know, there was, like, this survey that went out, and it was basically, like, how much would you say you love Athena's, right? And it was, like, a scale of 1 to 5. And it was like, I bleed purple was 5, and then it went down to like, meh, and then at the end it was like, I go to bed crying thinking about Athena. So that was the scale that someone had created. And as soon as I saw it, I was like, that's me! I bleed purple! Yeah, so that's another reason that I loved it. Look at this shirt! God, the labyrinth! And it's purple! How much better could this shirt get? Damn it, Bowie. Okay. See, this is why I love live streaming so much. It's just like, blah. But my phone is about to die before too long, so thank you guys for tuning in to find out about Naughty Bingo, what makes it naughty. And I hope that you can make it either on the 1st or on the 15th in March. Make sure you get a hold of me to book your party date before it's gone. Right, Cassandra? It's so good. Thank you. Yes. As soon as I stop doing this, I'm gonna grab my phone and be like, what is the name of that subscription box? And I know a couple of my friends are watching me going, why don't you remember? So thank you. Thank you for hanging out with me. Um, oh, Siobhan just brought up an excellent point. I am going on Friday. Yes, I'm going on Friday. I just haven't figured out every single detail yet, but I'm very, very excited. I feel like I'm going to be so enlightened afterwards. I'll private message you, by the way, Siobhan. I'll message you. Thank you, Cassandra. Thank you. Loot Crate, you saved me. The shark came from Loot Crate. It's so great. So, I promise this is the last time, I swear. Thank you for sitting here and listening to me talk about Naughty Bingo. I hope you can come join us again. Go check out Starlight. Go check out Rapscallion. It doesn't have to be at Naughty Bingo, but please. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Don't go driving anywhere. If you're still snowed in tomorrow with your kids, have fun. Ask me about products. Peruse the catalog. athenashn.com/7840. Throwing that out there. And as always, feel free to message me. All right, have a good night, everybody. Thanks.